He would have never said that when he was here.
And Terry, he wanted you to hear it, right?
Yeah.
The single most memorable moment for you as a wrestler. If you had to narrow it down, what would it be?
It didn't have anything to do with being in the ring. It had to do with after the match at Madison Square Garden, January 23rd, 1984, where I wrestled the Iron Sheikh for the WWF title. Iran had 444 American hostages, and they were keeping our Americans. And the Iron Sheikh, he was the actual bodyguard for the Shah of Iran. He was the real deal, and the fans knew it. And I was the all-American character, Hulk Hogan. That night, I flew my parents up, and you know, my dad and I didn't see eye to eye because I was going to University of South Florida here in Tampa, and I was majoring in finance and management. But when I left college and didn't become an accountant or whatever that degree would lead me to, there was a huge divide as far as communication with my dad and I. You know, so it kind of was a void. And so that night after Madison Square Garden, you know, my dad goes, man, you know, Terry, I'm very proud of you. You made the right decision. I love you so much. I'm so sorry that I tried to make you do something you didn't want to do. So that was the greatest night for me, for my dad to say that to me, because I really didn't know if I was right or not. It just, I was doing what I loved doing.
Yeah.
And to me, that felt right. But then to have my dad confirm it, but I had to be the main event at Madison Square Garden to get him to break. But that was probably the greatest part of my wrestling career, to have that moment with him, because I really valued what he thought about me. I think he needs to put my blue headband on. It matches his shirt perfectly. Just kidding.
No, I'm all for it.
I'm just kidding.
I'm all for it. Are those Andre's?
Yeah, those are his tights, brother. People don't realize how big he was.
He left you those tights.
We snatched him.
He was your guy, right?
Yeah, he
Andre?
was. Yeah, and a lot of people don't realize his fingers were like bananas. You know, he was huge.
What do you miss most about him?
His honesty. I miss Andre's honesty because he didn't pull any punches with people, and he had a very, very rough life. You know, I would walk with him through the airport, and I could hear people saying horrible comments and things, because, you know, he's 7'4" and 650 pounds, and then I traveled with him a lot, and he could never sit in that chair. There was never a comfortable chair. Never could hold a fork or a knife he could work with. Whenever he'd get a hotel room like at the Marriott, I'd go in his room and I'd help him push the beds together, you know, and he still wouldn't fit on two double beds. So I miss his guidance and his friendship, you know, and basically him being so honest, just really point A to B, no spice on it, man. He hits you with the real deal. So that's what I miss about him. Well, can I tell you a crazy wrestling story?
Yeah, of course.
A buddy of mine, Roddy Piper, passed away. Roddy Piper. And he was really trying hard to, you know, surrender and try to get his life straight. So, I mean, we would text every single day. Now, in the wrestling business, for 25 years, we couldn't stand each other. We were at each other's throats. I know it's predetermined, all that, but he did not like me, and I did not like him. And that's just how it was. Well, once we got older and, you know, we basically had some conversations. And so we started talking a lot, and he started asking me about my spirituality. He really didn't connect, but he was very curious, you know. He wouldn't surrender. And all of a sudden, he passes away. And it was an A&E special about Roddy Piper. And the very thing, when they get ready to go to credits, it wasn't a text message, but it was a text message that was a voice message on the text, you know, so he must have. But this text message came in 2 days after he died. And the text message goes, I'm just loving you, my brother. I'm just walking with Jesus and loving you, my brother. I was like, he would have never said that when he was here.
And Terry, he wanted you to hear it, right?
Yeah, because he would have never said that when he was here. So it's amazing how things work, you know, so.